In today's social media world, we keep hearing one statement: I am getting bored. What if I told you boredom, the very thing we run away from, is the secret doorway to your best health, creativity, and even your spiritual awakening? We think boredom is wasted time, but ancient sages knew what modern science is only now proving. Boredom is not your enemy, it is your greatest teacher. Stay with me because by the end of this video, you will see boredom not as a curse but as a sacred art you can practice to transform your body, mind, heart, and spirit. Welcome to Discover Yourself, where we blend ancient wisdom and modern science. Today, we will explore how boredom can fuel your health, intelligence, emotions, and spiritual life through the four pillars of 4Q framework. But here is the real hook. What if your best ideas, your deepest peace, and your truest self are all waiting just on the other side of boredom? Our world has declared war on boredom. Every gap, every pause is filled with scrolls, swipes, streams, and endless stimulation. Buddha called it the monkey mind, always jumping, never still. Krishna said in the Gita, the mind is restless, turbulent, and very strong. But pause for a moment. What are we really running from? Not boredom itself, but the silence inside us. It is not something external. Modern neuroscience shows that boredom activates the default mode network, the part of your brain where creativity, memory, and where deep problem solving awaken. So while you think you are doing nothing, your brain is actually doing its most important work. Buddha knew this when he said, in stillness, the mind finds its true nature. The Gita knew this when it taught those who restrain their senses and fix their consciousness upon the self are of steady intelligence. Here is how boredom nourishes your 4Qs. It lowers your stress hormone, reboots your nervous system, helping your health quotient. It sparks fresh ideas when the mind wanders, helping your intelligence quotient. Boredom gives space to feel instead of escaping feelings, making your emotional quotient resilient. And finally, it opens the doorway to self inquiry and higher purpose, strengthening your spiritual quotient. So, boredom isn't emptiness, it is the womb of possibility. Ancient wisdom saw boredom not as a void, but as a sacred pause. Buddha said, with our thoughts, we make the world. The Gita reminds us, you have the right to perform your actions, but not to the fruits. When you stop filling every silence, something extraordinary happens. You notice the mind's chatter. You become drishta, that means the observer. You see desires rise and fall. You realize peace is not out there, it is within you. What we call boredom, the sages called sadhana, practice. It is in those empty spaces that truth whispers. So, how do you practice the sacred art of boredom? Here is your 4Q toolkit. To improve your health quotient, take a device free walk. Let your senses awaken. The wind, the sound of your feet, the breath in your chest will make you really healthy. To address or sharpen your intelligence quotient, sit quietly for 10 minutes. No podcast, no book, no input, just observe your thoughts. To make your emotional quotient resilient when boredom comes, instead of running, ask, what am I feeling right now? Don't judge, just notice. Meditate on the question, who am I without my distractions? Let the answers unfold slowly, helping your spiritual quotient. These are simple, but they are radical acts of rebellion in a noisy world. Think about it. When was the last time you were truly bored without reaching for a phone? Do you ever spend even 5 minutes just with yourself in silence and enjoying the boredom? No. Maybe that next breakthrough idea, the clarity about a relationship, or that peace you have been seeking, maybe it is hiding behind the very silence you keep running away from. What if boredom is the key you have been ignoring? When you stop fearing boredom, you discover what sages always knew. Clarity emerges from stillness, creativity flows from silence, peace blossoms when you stop chasing stimulation. Buddha said, peace comes from within. Do not seek it without. Krishna said, the yogi is greater than the ascetic, greater than the learned, greater than the ritualist. And the yogi's secret, they befriended stillness. They turned boredom into a teacher. So, here is your challenge. Take just 1 hour this week to be completely device free. No distractions, no scrolling, just you, your breath, your thoughts. And when boredom arrives, welcome it like an old friend. Because in that sacred boredom lies your health, your creativity, your healing, your spirit. Tell me in the comments which 4Q area do you most need to nourish with boredom? Your body, your mind, your emotions, or your spirit? And if you are ready to go deeper into the journey, watch our 4Q meditation series next. Until then, remember, silence is not empty, it is the language of the soul. Until then, keep discovering yourself.